Yeah. There's no magical transformation going on. That's how it is right there. It's not changing.
How's everyone doing today? That was pathetic. You guys suck. How is everyone doing today? Thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna have to beat out the improv thing next door, so you know, let's get a little energy going.
Yeah! Alright, so obviously our panel is called The History of Magical Girls. Let's sparkle through time, because you gotta be fabulous when you're doing Magical Girls.
Just a little forewarning, this is going to be history, so there is going to be some facts going on, but we will try to keep it fun for you guys. We'll have some questions going on throughout it, and we'll keep everybody involved, so let's have a fun time. First off, we want to ask you guys, you're all here because you know magical girl genre, right? So we want to know, what are some things that you guys think make up, what do you think would be considered a magical girl? What are some things that, I don't know.
What are the traits of a magical girl? Go. Go.
Good. Good. Go. Good. Go.
The cute little pet that goes around with it.
Go. I like that one.
Ears, go.
The magical pet that could get them into it.
Good, go.
Back there.
Back. That's actually a good word. Back in the red shirt. That's a bit of a stretch, but yeah, we'll go with that.
This isn't Avatar: The Last Airbender. A couple more, right there. Dude, right in front of you, there.
Incredible amount of steak.
Yes. Blue hair. Good, good. Okay, so, sorry I got through the rest of you, but I think we pretty much covered it. But we're actually going to get a little bit more in depth and tell you guys exactly what we are counting as our specific criteria as when we go through the history and then talk about the different shows, what they should have in it, and what we're considering, so.
But you got most of them and more that we didn't even consider, so.
Good job! Yeah! Good job!
Alright, this is what we're using to define our magical girl throughout this panel. It's young, prepubescent, usually to adolescent. That normally means about 13 to 16, but there have been elementary age ones or older to 18.
Usually they tend to range of a team of 1 to 5 team members. You can have the solo girl that basically goes around and does everything on her own, or you can have the team members that either gradually gather over time or start out as a team together.
There's a magical transformation sequence. I mean, that's what you always need to get into your alter ego. If not, then I think you're doing your magical girl wrong.
Typically, they will have a magical chibi, animal companion, or sidekick. This can also be considered maybe human, like a fairy or maybe an angel or something like that.
Each member of the group typically has their own defined characteristic trait, such as the leader tends to be the ditzy or cutesy one of the group. There's the tough one, or the lone wolf, good-looking, the singer idol, or the dumb klutzy one. So they all fit into a very specific niche.
And also, there's typically a chant that leads into the transformation, some kind of slogan, like I think somebody said, like, Moon Crisis Makeup, something like that.
Just as an observation that we found that the leader's weapon tends to be one of healing. It's mostly like friendship. They want to get everyone on the same page.
Think Usagi's crescent moon wand that she used in the first season to heal the enemies, the humans that were transformed into the demons. So yeah, that's basically what we got. So we're going to get started back at the very beginning.
Alright. So, does anyone by any chance happen to know what is considered the first magical girl?
Well, you had your hand up. Purple shirt, go.
Magical girl Sammy?
No, I don't think so. Close though.
Oh, right there?
Nope, nope. Here in the front?
No.
No.
Right there.
Nah, that one was more typically in the 90s. This goes way back. Anybody else got any ideas? Go ahead. Nope. Back in the back?
I'm going to go with Cutie Honey.
No.
So close.
So close. You're very, very close.
One more.
One more, yeah, one more.
Right there?
Gray shirt.
I'm guessing might be a little bit maybe something from mythology of Oka, maybe?
Nope. everybody was wrong. So we're gonna tell you. Oh, well, no, we already said one more, so we're gonna have to move on. But we'll tell you guys what it is. The very first technical princess was Princess Knight.
Spoiler alert, we gave it away in the description.
Yeah, if you had read it, you guys would have known. Come on.
So this is considered the very first magical girl. It was created by Osamu Tezuka, who created Astro Boy and Kimba the White Lion. So
Yeah, you might recognize the style a bit.
very famous. Essentially, the plot is that in medieval Europe, Princess Sapphire must pretend to be a boy in order to inherit the throne, as a woman can't during her time. Her sidekick, an angel in training, is sent to her because when she was born, the angel, whose name is Choppy, gave her the blue heart of a boy and the pink heart of a girl, so he has to retrieve the blue heart, and he fails in this, and he has to kind of stick around her until he can get this heart back.
So he fits in with that nice bumbling sidekick.
Yeah, so, I mean, so they go on wacky shenanigans together, and it kind of sets up the tone for what we're going to see later.
By definition, it's not necessarily what you call a magical girl. It kind of falls more in the category of superheroism, because she doesn't really transform. She kind of just is a girl that pretends to be a boy, but it did have a lot of the traits. It was kind of had the foundations that we build up on that get a lot of the magical girls later, and it was pretty much considered the first manga that was a magical girl, so that's what we're sticking with. Alright.
Well, it's not the first manga, because the first manga was actually Himitsu no Ako-chan, created in 1962. It was by Fujio Akatsuka.
Sorry, that's all right.
It is the first manga adaptation of the Magical Girl. However, it does have an anime adaptation, but it comes after what is considered the first anime Magical Girl.
And the plot is basically that Ako-chan, who we see here, is a middle school student who has a love affinity with mirrors, and she breaks the favorite mirror that was a gift from her mom and ends up burying it in her backyard, when at night a spirit visits her in her dreams and grants her magical powers because of her respect she showed the mirror. So basically what Ako-chan can do is that the mirror grants her powers kind of similar to those of you that have seen Sailor Moon. It's Usagi's pen that lets her transform into anybody that she can see. So basically she takes her mirror and she can transform into a boy.
Like a Kirby power.
What?
Like a Kirby power.
Yeah, kind of like Kirby's copy ability, kind of like that. So basically anything she sees, she gets it in the mirror and she can just turn into it. There's all sorts of random things like cats and dogs and old fat men that she transforms into. It's kind of a strange anime, but one of the interesting things is it actually has 3 different adaptations that span a series of 3 decades, I think. There was one in 1962. Actually, I think it's longer because I think it goes all the way up to 92 when the 3rd adaptation was made. So it's lasted quite a while and it's had a lot of different reoccurrences.
And the main key